What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. And today is November Power Rankings. We have been waiting for the day for the past 2 weeks almost at this point. Even longer than that at this point. I've been waiting for a while. I do have it all set up here on my Google Keep. I do still have my I have my August Power Rankings, September Power Rankings, and October Power Rankings. I set this up. I gotta go over some shout outs. And then before we do anything, before we go over my November Power Rankings, I do have to review yesterday's NHL games because that's what we do every single day here. Let's go over some shout outs as this is loading here. First of all, starting Discord, you can join me talking about the NHL and USHL. And then I post right after I go live every day. And then join my Facebook. It's the only place you'll know every day right before I go live. And it's the only place you get my daily NHL predictions. Make sure you follow that. My X page, I repost things and tweet on there all the time. So make sure you follow my X page for constant updates off stream. And I got my Instagram in there, TikTok. I post clips in there. Every time I have a clip I haven't used in a while, but if I ever have a big clip from this podcast, I will post it on there. I have my USHL discussion group on there. If you haven't joined it already, join that. If you're a Debut Fun Saints fan and you haven't joined the Saints for Life Facebook group, it's the bottom link in my description. It says Saints for Life FB, Saints Facebook group. Just click on that link and then you can join it. Go ahead and do that if you haven't already. Without further ado, we're going to review yesterday's 7 NHL games, and then we're on to the November Power Rankings, and then we're out of here. Today's going to be a longer podcast for sure. Oilers took on the Senators. Evan Bouchard, 5th goal of the season by Josh on Pod Colton, 3:46 in the first period. I did retweet this. This was nasty. So he walked through the offensive zone. He went through the defenseman's legs, got the puck back, and sniped it over Omar's glove. What a goal. Evan Bouchard. Oh, that was filthy. Tim Stewart's 8th goal of the season by Baxton Jensen. 15:40 into the first period. Ties the game for Ottawa. Connor McDavid, 8th goal of the season by Podkolzin and Bouchard. 16:15 in the first period. Takes the lead for Edmonton. Connor McDavid, 9th goal of the season. 2nd goal of the night on that power play by Evan Bouchard. Drive settle 19:19 in the first period. Leon Draisaitl, 14th goal of the season by Connor McDavid and Henry, 4:39 second period. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, 2nd goal of the season by Derek Ryan and Kulak. 11:50 into the third period, and Josh Norris, 8th goal of the season by Nick Jensen. Chuck, 17:36 into the third period. 27 saves on 29 shots for Stuart Skinner. Oilers come back after losing to the Canadiens in a shutout. They were angry and they come out and scored 5 goals in the Senators' head. What a game from Edmonton and what a game from Snoop. Next up, Tampa Bay Lightning take on the Penguins. Brayden Point's return. It's the pool party. 3rd goal of the season is by Peterson and Poulin. 12:05 in the first period. Ricardo Kell, 7th goal of the season on the power play by Sidney Crosby and Chris Lick. 13:05 in the second period. Take the Penguins 2-0 lead. Brayden Point, 9th goal of the season by Dunn and Radish. 41 in the third period. Bring the Lightning back within 1 goal in his return. Anthony Cirelli, 5th goal of the season by Victor Hedman and Radish. 12:49 in the third period. Ties the game, goes to overtime. None other than Brayden Point. 2nd goal of the night, 10th goal of the season on his returns by J.J. Moser and Connor Geeky. 3:58 in overtime. Catches Jari outside of his crease and kind of tucks it around the right post. What a goal for Brayden Point. Wins the game for the Lightning. Comeback victory in Pittsburgh. They basically dominated him. I know they didn't dominate him on the scoreboard. It did go to overtime, but I'm going to be honest. You look at the shots will tell you basically everything you need to know. The Wild took on the Blues. Ryan Hartman, 4th goal of the season by Rossi and Faber. 12:24 in the first period. Scott Peredovich, 2nd goal of the season by Kyrou and Borduk. 4:48 into the second period. Kirill the Thrill Kaprizov, 12th goal of the season. He is the Hart favorite right now. In case you don't know, as the MVP, he is the Hart favorite. This is by Middleton and Bordy. 6:07 in the second period. Jake Neighbor, 6th goal in the power play. Assisted by Bananovich and Thomas. 10:37 in the third period. Jonas Brodin, 2nd goal of the season by Spurgeon Johansson. 13:44 in the third period. He rips a slap shot. Beats Bennington, short, blocker side. Wild take the lead. Kirill the Thrill Kaprizov, 2nd goal of the night. Empty net unassisted. 18:37 in the third period. He maybe not by far, but he's definitely the Hart favorite right now, and he could definitely win. I would not be surprised at all if he wins it, especially at this point. Panthers take on the Jets in the rematch. The last time the Panthers dominated the Jets. Kyle Connor, 12th goal of the season on assist of 14-13 in the first period. Opens the game for the Jets. Mark Scheifele, 10th goal of the season by Velarde and Morrissey, 17-40 in the first period. Mark Scheifele, second goal of the night, 11th goal of the season on the power play by Ehlers and Morrissey, 15-41 in the second period. AJ Greer, second goal of the season by Nate Schmidt and Nozak, 17-24 in the second period. Sam Ryan, our 14th goal of the season on the power play by Chuck and Barkov, 7-10 in the third period. Mark Scheifele, third goal of the night, hat trick, 12th goal of the season by Kyle Connor and Nick Ehlers. 9:46 in the third period, Mark Scheifele, Hattie. Matthew Tkachuk, fifth goal of the season on power plays by Sam Bennett and Tyler Verhaeghe. 16:38 in the third period, Morgan Barron, first goal of the season, short-handed goal, empty net. Assist by Adam Larry. 18:23 in the third period, Morgan Barron, second goal of the night. Second short-handed empty net goal of the night, unassisted. 18:44 in the third period. Jets come back and beat the Panthers. This season series is tied to 1 apiece. This is a very possible Stanley Cup final matchup, by the way. Ducks take on the Blackhawks. Jason Dickinson, third goal of the season, assisted by Connor Bedard, TJ Brody, 17:03 in the first period. Open the scoring for the Blackhawks. Pavel Michikov, third goal of the season, assisted by Leeson. 55 seconds left in the first period. Ties the game for Anaheim. 3:54 in the second period. Jason Dickinson, second goal of the night, fourth goal of the season by Bedsy, Tubo Teravainen. And then Al Corin, third goal of the season, so Zegras, without 10 in the third period. Leo Carlson, sixth goal of the season by Corin Zegras, 9:38 in the third period. But the game-winning goal for the Anaheim Ducks. They steal one of the Blackhawks. I believe that's the third straight one, I think. Yeah. Islanders take on the Flames. Pierre Engvall, third goal of the season by Mayfield and Chalowski. 1:32 in the second period. Rasmus Anderson, fifth goal of the season on the power play by Kadri and Pasterso. 8:17 in the third period. Shootout winner for Andrei Kuzmenko. 28 saves on 29 shots for Dustin Wolf. Dustin Wolf is 4-0-1 in his last 5 games. He has pretty sure around a 9.72%, probably a little bit less than that. And it's half a goal against per game or something like that, and a shutout in his last 5 games. I retweeted that on my X page, I believe. So yeah, he's crazy stats. He's definitely a top 3 contender to win that calendar. Rangers take on the Canucks and Vancouver. Quinn Hughes, fourth goal of the season by Hronek and Pedersen. 34 seconds into the first period. Mika Zibanejad, fourth goal of the season by Keandre Miller and Adam Fox. 2:31 in the first period. Will Cooley, sixth goal of the season by Capo Caco and Adam Fox. 14:38 in the first period. Kiefer Sherwood, fifth goal of the season by Pedersen and Juicy. 17:39 in the first period. Capo Caco, third goal of the season by Cooley and Brodinski. 8:45 in the second period. He's been doing really good. That's huge depth because he's a massive concern for the Rangers, and especially on the fact that he's been doing really good this season. The depth is really showing out. Connor Garland, fifth goal of the season by Dakota Joshua, Olympia shooter. 13:02 in the second period. Chris Kreider, ninth goal of the season by Riley Smith and Mika Zibanejad. 10:43 in the third period. Rangers hold on 21 saves and 24 shots with Igor Shesterkin. Not too bad of a game for Kevin Lankinen. Just Rangers beat them in Vancouver. That was a good game. On to the November power rankings. Are we ready to do this? We've been waiting for this for 2 to 3 weeks. I don't remember exactly when I first promoted it, but we are here. So let's do it. Number 32. And I did just make this an hour ago-ish. And I kind of made this on the fly on my phone, so I didn't put a ridiculous amount of thought into this. I did think, and before I do start this, I do want to say some of these teams are down lower than they think. Specifically, I think of the Kings. They are a top 10 team in the league right now, but I'm not a huge believer in the Kings. And I believe they're going to fall down, so I'll put them in number 15, because that's what I think they rank about right now, including the record and what I think they are as a team. Compared to teams like Boston and Nashville is up. They're a bottom 5 team, bottom 3 team in the league, maybe bottom 5 team in the league. Points wise, but I do believe they're going to go up and they look better than the teams behind them. So I did put them up more than what their actual record says. That's what the power rankings is. So I will kind of explain if there's any confusion. Comment after the stream is live. Your chat right now if you're in here. And just I'll try to make up any clarifications. I believe it might be kind of confusing. I'll try to clear the air a little bit, but that's kind of a quick rundown. Power rankings here for November. I do not know when I'm going to do this next. It's going to be obviously in December because I do monthly power rankings, but I'm not sure if it's going to be when in December exactly. It could be early December, mid-December, or late December. It really depends. You can kind of see here the layout from 11 to 32 here right now, but I'll go over them. Starting number 32. we got the San Jose Sharks. San Jose, they are not celebrating William Eklund and Will Smith. They are keeping games very competitive. That is for sure. But the big weakness is their defense. They have 35 to 40 shots in goal, very similar to Chicago Seal, the USHL. If you've been following my podcast, or just the USHL in general, they're keeping games really close, but they're unable to pick up the W, and the reasons are because of the defense is very concerning, and the bottom six is not the best neither. The top six is very underrated. Goaltending is pretty decent, inconsistent, but pretty good. The defense is really shaky, and the bottom six is not great. So those are the two main concerns, and they're really young. Like Celebrini is 18, Will Smith I'm pretty sure is 18 too, and Eklund's like 20ish, 19, 20ish. So their team's very, very young. Mikael Granlund's not that old neither Fabian Zetterlund. So the team's pretty young. And Henry Fun's young too. I know he's playing third pairing, but he's young too. The team's really young. The bottom six is concerning. The defense is concerning. That's the main concern. But they have very young core. Watch out for a couple years. This team will be dangerous. Number 31, my Chicago Blackhawks. Bedzies. I don't know. He's not necessarily living up to expectations, but he's not disappointing, if you understand what I'm saying. Look, he's doing good. He's doing his part. It's just not very good. The power play is good. The penalty kill is okay. Goaltending is very underrated, specifically Peter Mrazek. Defense is the bad part, and I'm going to be honest here, it is. Yeah. So, there's that. So, Blackhawks ranking number 31. Number 30, Anaheim Ducks. Top six is pretty decent. The young guys, Carlson's doing pretty good. Ziegler is not doing very good. He might be traded. Minchkov's taking a step up. Zellweger is taking a step up. Jason Tavich is not doing that great, honestly. And their team's just not very good. Lucas Dolstar is the main bright spot this season. I will say he is stealing games for Anaheim. I'm not saying he's necessarily winning them, but he's keeping them in games for sure. So yeah, Dolstar looking like a bright spot for sure. Number 29, Montreal, not doing good. Martin Boat's inconsistent. Caulfield is doing great. Suzuki's doing his part. Sukowski's been really underwhelming. McManus's been underwhelming. Hudson's been doing decent. The bottom six has not been very good. Kirby Doc, I haven't heard of him basically at all. Martin Boat very inconsistent. Team's just not the best. Very underwhelming. Number 28, Columbus. Based off 22, I mean, team's not really that great. I mean, Adam Fantilli doing his part. Sillinger, Johnston, those young guys. Yurchek's not doing too bad. Zach Werenski's doing his part, but outside of those few guys, not really. Marchenko's doing good. Chinnikov doing good, pretty decent, but it seems not that great. Number 27, Pittsburgh. Sidney Crosby and Malkin's doing their part, and Paul Party's doing very underrated, and so is Beauvillier. But outside of those, and Ricardo Raquel's doing pretty decent too, but their defense is bad. Goaltending, bad. Offense, outside of those like five guys I just mentioned, bad. So it just seems a hot mess right now. I really want to see Sidney Crosby, Malkin, Letang, and those guys and Carlson in the playoffs, but it's not going to happen. This team's not good enough, especially to come out of the East. Number 26, Detroit Red Wings. Top six, underwhelming so far. I mean, Larkin's doing great. DeBrink is doing great. Raymond's underrated, underwhelming. So Kane's doing fine, but he is older, so it's kind of hard for him to be a sustainable player. Bottom six is not doing very good. Defense is black horse outside of Sider. And goaltending is an absolute train wreck after October, so it's been pretty bad. Red Wings are not looking good. The Yzerplin's not looking good. Number 25, Philadelphia Flyers. Mitchell doing good. Tip is doing his part. Sean Couturier is doing fine. Travis Konecny doing his part. Forrester. Those guys' defense is not very great. Pearson's been pretty good compared to expectations. Offense has been pretty decent. Just overall, kind of a mid-team. Not really that much star power. I mean, I got Konecny and Michikov. They're doing fine, but I don't know. It seems just not really the greatest. 24, St. Louis Blues. St. Louis Blues, forward core has been pretty good. Kyrou Budanovic and Neighbors and who am I forgetting? Oh my goodness. Robert Thomas. Defense core has been pretty bad. Goaltending been inconsistent. So yeah, just kind of that. I don't know. It's okay. Definitely okay. So what is that? Number 23, Seattle Kraken. I'm gonna say Seattle Kraken. They started off decent, but they're not really that good. I can make an argument on why St. Louis would be above them. But Joey Daccord and Grubauer have been pretty good. Defense has been okay. And top six has been pretty decent. bottom 6 been okay. Teams overall just kind of okay. 22, Nashville. Very underwhelming start. I'm still sticking with them making the playoffs. Very underwhelming start in the bottom 5 in the league points-wise, so I cannot put them any higher than 22. Really, I can't. I kind of pushed the limits on why I could put them here. I just believe the team's going to turn it around, and I just believe this team's going to make the playoffs. I believe the team's way more dangerous than they're showing, so I put them up, but I can't put them any higher than this. Statistically, I wouldn't have any evidence to back that up. Number 21, Boston Bruins. They have not been doing great, but it's a very similar thing to Boston. I believe a very similar thing to Nashville. I believe they're going to be really good. It's not really good, but I believe they're going to do a lot better. Not because Jim Montgomery is the problem. I just believe it's going to light a spark in this team. I think this team has built such a winning culture. I know this team's on paper is not the greatest, but I've seen this team. They had a very similar team last year, and they still did very, very good last year. So why can't they do it again? I don't know. I think Jim Montgomery is a great coach. He had a phenomenal record. He won the Adams Award. You can do his research on him. He was great. But I think firing him will light a spark into this team. Say, hey guys, we need to lock in here. The next game is tomorrow in Boston against the Hockey Club. I think they're going to win that game, and I think this team's going to light a spark, and they're going to get 3 and 3rd in the Atlantic Division. So, 21 because they haven't really proved anything to go any higher. Number 20, New York Islanders. Islanders has been okay. Sorokin's been great. Varlamov's been pretty good. He was very good last game. Defense injured. Forward core injured. They've been very injured, so they've been injured, really. 19, Calgary. Again, the only reason why they're not higher is because I believe they're going to fall down drastically. I believe, maybe not necessarily by December power rankings, but probably by January power rankings, they're going to be down into the mid-20s. I think. They're going to fall down pretty drastically. They're going to fall. Dustin Wolf has been ridiculous. This is not sustainable for Dustin Wolf to have a .970 save percentage almost, and a half a goal against on average, and a 4-0-1 record. That's not sustainable. Defense is pretty decent because they got Wiegand and Rasmus Anderson, but outside of that, it's bad. Forward core is pretty good. Pretty good. Not the best, but not the worst. So Calgary, I believe, will fall down a little bit, miss the playoff by a decent amount, but not be absolutely terrible like I did expect them to be. Number 18, Hockey Club. I believe the only reason why they didn't make the playoffs is because they're hurt. Specifically, Jersey and Marino. I don't know if they would make the playoffs over a team like Los Angeles, Nashville, Vancouver, Colorado, Wild, whoever gets in that wild card race. I don't know. I really don't know, but they'd be a lot closer for sure. 17, Buffalo Sabres. I think they're actually good, but they're right in the bottom half of the league. They're inconsistent. I've been saying this for a while. They're inconsistent. I've seen them be really good teams. I've seen them be like, guys, this team's going to make the playoffs. And I've also seen okay, here we go again, 17-year drought incoming here, another year. But I'm like, I don't know. It seems just shown such good signs, but shown such bad signs too. I don't know. But 17, I think, is pretty good. Bottom half of the league, but top half of the bottom. You're top of the bottom half. If that makes any sense. Number 16, just reaching the halfway point in the NHL, the Ottawa Senators. This team is basically the epitome of the middle of the pack, okay? This team can be really good, it can be really bad. Omar can be really good, it can be really bad. This defense is Sanderson, Shabazz in their part. Outside of that, it's been okay. Nick Jensen's been pretty good, but defense has been better than expected. Offense has been pretty good. Special teams have been pretty good. Omar's been very inconsistent. Omar, it's been the opposite of what we expected. We expected Omar to be the only consistent shining piece. Even if the team is bad, he would be a consistent shining diamond in the rough, but he's been the only really bad part of the Senators. If Omar can put it together, they could make the playoffs. I don't think they will, because I think the Lightning and the Capitals will make it over them, but still, they are a strong wildcard contender. Just making the top half of the NHL. So number 15, the Los Angeles Kings. They are top 10 in the league. I do believe they're going to slightly miss out on the playoffs for 2 points. The Kings, their defense has been good. Drew Doughty will, when he comes back, their defense will be even better. Offense has been pretty good. Goaltending, I believe, is going to fall down a little bit. Defense is pretty good. The offense is going to slow down a little bit. Special teams is not going to be very sustainable, and I believe this team will fall out of the wild card spot by the end of the season. So I believe they're going to fall down. That's why they're not in the top 10 here. Number 14, Vancouver Canucks. This team's not great at home. It's very bad at home. If they can get better at home, which I do strongly believe they will. I believe they're going to finish second in the Pacific. Still, I believe in this team. It could be Vegas. Vegas is looking very strong right now. But still, They stick with Vancouver to get second in the Pacific, just above Vegas to have a first round matchup with Vegas, have home over in that series. But Vancouver, they're phenomenal on the road. Kevin Lankinen is doing pretty good. He's kind of inconsistent. Like, he's doing good more than he's doing bad, but he definitely had his nights. Definitely had his bad nights. His team is bad at home. If they can get good at home, which I believe they will, if they can get good at home, they'll be a really dangerous team. Number 13, the Colorado Avalanche. Let me scroll up here a little bit. Okay, number 13, Colorado Avalanche. Here, my mouse cursing in case you kind of lost track here. You can see it here. Right down here. So, Colorado Avalanche. This team's been on a tear as of lately. I think when this team gets healthy, which is starting to get healthy, Lehkonen came back a week or two ago. Nichushkin should be coming back really soon. Gabriel Landeskog should be coming back soon. And when those guys come back, this team will be on a wrecking ball. Like, it will be a wrecking ball. This team is nasty. Coming to the playoffs, they're going to be nasty. I believe they're going to play Dallas in the first round. I don't know what's going to happen this year. Because Landeskog should be back. Hopefully Nichushkin's fully healthy. I don't know, dude. That's going to be tough if that does happen. Nichushkin was healthy last year. He got himself into trouble, but yeah, I think Avalanche will finish third in the Central. Number 12, Tampa Bay Lightning. Vasilevsky looking great. Defense looking really good compared to what we expected it to be. Offense looking just as good as we expected it to. Power plays top 3 in the league just as we expected it to, and the penalty kill is really good too. Seems really nasty. It's a strong contender to third divisional seed of the Atlantic, but I believe it's going to finish second wild card behind the Capitals. 11, Edmonton Oilers. The offense has been good, but not phenomenal. Defense has been pretty okay. Soup's been inconsistent. Power play's been started off really bad, but now it's starting to heat up. It's starting to be really dangerous now. Penalty kill is still pretty bad. Like, bottom 3 in the league right now. I do think that it will start to climb up a little bit. I think since they're getting their footing on the penalty kill, it'll be better. Offense become more consistent. I think super overall throughout the season become more consistent. Not super consistent, but more consistent. I think defense, I don't know. Defense is a concern, but I think they're fine. I think they're going to win Pacific Division, and it'll be strong contenders coming into the playoffs. Number 10, Toronto Maple Leafs. The only reason why I have Toronto above Edmonton is because they beat them. Without Austin Matthews, may I add. They've been injured. Domi just went on the IR today. Austin Matthews he could come back next week. Expect him to come back within the next week, 1 to 3 weeks probably, I would say. Probably 1 to 2 weeks probably, more than likely, but 1 to 3 weeks, just to lower your expectations for him. So, Max Domi's went on IR, and they have other people on IR too. The goaltending tandem's looking really, really good right now. Defense looking great, and offense looking great too. Power play is looking great. It's definitely starting to heat up towards the first half of November, and now it's starting to be pretty good still. Penalty kills been good. Team looking really good right now without Matthews and a couple other key pieces. 9, Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas, they're looking really good. Offense phenomenal. And Markstrom's been out for the past week or two, I think, or 2 weeks-ish at this point. Defense looking like top 5 defense in the league as most people expected it to be. Aiden Hill's been great, honestly. Tim Sono's been pretty good too. Vegas looking like an absolute wagon. I think they're going to finish third in Pacific behind Vancouver and Edmonton, but do not be surprised if they win the Pacific Division. Number 8, Dallas. Dallas Stars. They were number 1 in the October power rankings. You can look over here. My mouse cursor is now number 1, Dallas. Dallas was number 1 in the October power rankings last week. They moved down to 8. They were not very great to start the season, but now they're starting to catch heat. It's looking like the goalie that they want them to be. The Smiths looking like a pretty good backup. Defense looking like pretty good. I wouldn't say top 5, but pretty dang good. And so, yes, and on the offense looking good. Robertson just scored today. The top stars such as Robertson, Rope, Hens, those guys need to step up. The power play has been good. Penalty kills been good. The team's looking good. They're starting to click. They're looking really good. Number 7, New Jersey Devils. Hold up, I gotta fix this. I don't know why it says Rangers twice. Don't judge. I don't care. Let's see, Florida. There you go. Okay. Number 7, New Jersey Devils. New Jersey Devils. They're looking really good. They lost to Florida. They beat Florida. They beat Florida twice. They're looking really good. Markstrom's slightly inconsistent. He's definitely good, way more than he is bad, but he definitely has his bad nights. Defense looking good. Power play looking phenomenal, top 3 in the league. Penalty kill looking good. Offense looking good. Jack Hughes going off. Nico Heesh is going off. Jason Brad's going off. Sheldon Keefe definitely put this team in a situation that they need to be. And the structure's looking really good, and this team's looking really nasty. Don't be surprised if this team makes the Eastern Conference Finals this year and beyond. This team's really good. Number 6, New York Rangers. They are looking really good too. I probably would put the Devils above the Rangers maybe, but I just put the Rangers above the Devils. No particular reason, but Igor Shesterkin's been phenomenal. John Pickle's on back-to-back shutout streak right now. Defense looking phenomenal right now, and the offense is looking great too. Power play looking top 5 in the league-ish. Penalty kill looking great, and the whole team's clicking like a top contender to come out of the East as they meant to be. Number 5, reaching the top 5, Florida Panthers. Florida Panthers, I could probably put them above Washington and Minnesota if I wanted to, but we'll keep them here for now. Florida, defense looking really good, a lot better than I expected them to be. I expected the defense to be good, but not spectacular because of losing Oliver Ekman and Brandon Montour, but it's been phenomenal. Offense looking great. The Chuck's starting to catch heat. Bob's been great, as per usual. Spencer Knight's been pretty good when he's been starting. Special teams have been good. This team looking like probably the top contender to come out of the East. Carolina's looking like a second contender to come out of the East, and then it's probably the Devils, Rangers, Leafs. Probably about that, and then the Lightning. But Lightning maybe because it's such a good playoff resume, but we'll have to see. Number 4, Washington Capitals. Ovi has like 14 goals right now. Dylan Strome is a ridiculous points right now. He's doing really underrated right now. Tom Wilson started out good. He's definitely starting to cool off. He's still doing his part. Connor McMichael looking like Connor McDavid out there right now, looking like Austin Matthews last year. It's ridiculous. Bottom 6 are doing great too. Defense looking like I would even make an argument for top 5 in the league. I would make an argument for it. I would say probably like top 6 or top 7, right outside the top 5 in the league. Goaltending talent is probably like top 5 in the league, maybe even top 3, probably about top 5 in the league with Logan Thompson taking over that starting role from Charlie Lindgren, and Charlie Lindgren being a great backup. So this team's looking really nasty right now. Obi did get hurt, but he's week to week, so knowing the fact that he's a Russian machine and he's known to come back from injuries, hopefully he comes back sooner than he's expected, but also I do not want him to necessarily come back before he's expected to because I don't want him to get re-injured and be hurt worse. So I don't know. Let's see. Number 3, cracking the top 3. Okay, this is shocking. But it's not really shocking because I've seen what they did, but coming into the season, nobody expected this. Number 3, the Minnesota Wild. Yes, the Minnesota Wild are the top 3 team in the NHL right now. Kirill Kaprizov is the hard favorite right now. Marco Rossi, Matt Bordy, Julius and Eck, all those guys, phenomenal in the top 6. Matt Zuccarello and Kirill Kaprizov, chemistry and connection is ridiculous. Bottom 6 doing great. Defense looking great right now. Faber, Middleton, somebody else, Brodin, all those guys in the back end. Gustafson looking like a brick wall. Fleury's doing great when he's been playing. This team looking like really good. I do believe they're going to get the wild card one. They're definitely going to fall down a little bit, but still going to look good. Top 2 here we go. Number 2, Carolina Hurricanes. Number 2 is going to be the Carolina Hurricanes right now. Reasons are offense, phenomenal. Martin Nietzsche's got 30 points in 17 games right now. Seth Jarvis is doing good. Snetchkov's doing great. Aho's doing great. Whole team's clicking right now. Bottom 6, phenomenal right now. Jordan Stahl, Kakai, Emmy, Martina, all those guys down there. Defense, top 5 in the league right now. Jacob Slavin, Chatfield, Brent Burns, others I forget. Oh yeah, Shane Gostisbehere doing ridiculously offensively. Sean Walker, all the top 5 defense in the league. Peter Kochekov been a very pleasant surprise here. He's been great. Spencer Martin's got a shutout as a backup since Buddy Anderson's been hurt, which he usually is, very sadly. But Carolina's looking like a top favorite to come out of the East. Not necessarily the top favorite because Florida's obviously the top favorite. They're defending Stanley Cup champion and looking really good. But if it wasn't for the Florida Panthers, Carolina would be the favorites to come out of the East if the playoffs started today and the Florida Panthers. If it wasn't for the Florida Panthers and it ended today, Carolina would be the favorite to come out of the East if it wasn't for Florida. So Carolina's looking nasty right now. The best team in the NHL, November 20th, or just November in general. Or just say November in general. in November at this point of the season. Not necessarily just strictly in November, but this point of the season in November. Number 1 team in the NHL right now. Statistically, points-wise, record-wise, basically everything down the line. Winnipeg Jets. Here we go. I believe they're going to win the Central. I believe they're going to win the West. The 5-5 numbers is not the greatest. The power play and penalty kill has been ridiculously good. It's going to fall down a little bit, but I do believe it's going to be pretty good. Hellebuck's a Vezina favorite. I believe he's going to win it. Defense looking very underrated. Russ Morrissey doing great. Depth doing phenomenal. Shifley, Kyle Connor up top. David Loddy, Nick Ehlers, all those guys kind of carrying a load up front. The team's structured very well. The Vezina favorite. Great defense. Great number 1 defenseman. Great top 6. Great bottom 6. Best special teams in the league right now. Just as I speak here. What a team, bro. What a team right now. I do believe they're going to fall off slightly. They're not going to finish this great. They're not going to be the greatest team of all time, but they're on pace to be. But they will win the West, in my opinion. Those are November power rankings, so let's go through them real quick. We're going to go through the November power rankings here, then we'll be done. But from the bottom, number 32, San Jose Sharks. Number 31, Chicago Blackhawks. Number 30, Anaheim Ducks. Number 29, Montreal Canadiens. Number 28, Columbus Blue Jackets. Number 27, Pittsburgh Penguins. Number 26, Detroit Red Wings. Number 25, Philadelphia Flyers. Number 24, St. Louis Blues. And then Seattle Kraken, Nashville Predators, Boston Bruins, New York Islanders, Calgary Flames, Utah Hockey Club, Buffalo Sabres, Ottawa Senators meet Moxie halfway point. Then Kings, Canucks, Avalanche, Lightning, Oilers, Leafs, Knights, Dallas, Devils, Rangers, Panthers, Washington Capitals, Minnesota Wild, Carolina Hurricanes, and number 1, the Winnipeg Jets. So there is the November power rankings. I will see you guys tomorrow for episode 26 of season 6. We're almost in season 7. Like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn the post notifications on if you haven't already. Have a good rest of the night if you're watching this live. If you're watching this after this is live at night, have a good rest of the morning, afternoon, evening, or whatever time you're watching this. I will see you guys tomorrow for episode 26 of season 6. We're really close to the season 7. Peace out.